Hello and welcome to today's recess, body reset, a 20-minute break to move your brain and your body because your brain likes to move and it likes novelty too. So having variety as part of your movement practice is super important. I actually discussed that today in my newsletter, asking how much non-exercise related movement that you get in during your day, because oftentimes your exercise is not enough to counteract the amount that we sit each day. So if you want to manage stress, be better at stress, then you need to add more variety of movement in. Okay, so for today's reset, we're going to start standing. And you can hear me well and good. All right. Thank you for the thumbs up. All right. We're going to keep today's session music free, not movement free, but music free. So something that happens when we sit a lot, whether it's at a desk, a car, wherever, is that our posterior chain is not engaged at the level of our anterior chain. So that means back to front. We're more tense or using the front side of our body more than the back side. So we're going to start with some simple, we've done these before, hinges forward. So I want you to begin with your feet about hip distance apart and just give your body a little shake just to kind of wake everything up. Find your breath in that body. If it's in your head and your chest, bring it down to the belly, the sit bones. And you can come to stillness in that movement and just take one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly, and just breathe in through your nose on 1, out through your mouth on 2, in on 3, out on 4, in on 5, out on 6, in on 7, out on 8, in on 9, out on 10. Just realized I was not pinned as the speaker. All right, relax those arms at your sides, palms forward, gives you a neutral position in those shoulders. And just scan your body from head down to your feet. Notice where you may be clenching and bring a little relaxation to that tension. You can bring it through your breath. You can bring it through a little bit of movement or bend in those joints if that's where you find you're holding. Just making your breath full-bodied here. Dropping all the way in. You're gonna take your fingertips. You can take them behind your head. They don't need to be pressed into your head. Make sure your shoulders are dropped down, because sometimes when we take our arms up, lift those shoulders, just relax them down and back. Bend in those knees. So the action starts from those hips. So like you're gonna put a butt print on the wall behind you, you hinge forward, so that naturally drops your chest towards the floor, and then you're gonna stand. Again, that action comes from a hip hinge, like putting a butt print on the wall behind you, and stand. And you're gonna repeat, just hinging and standing. Keeping a bend in those knees, keeping those shoulders down and back. If you have a hard time with that, you can always take your hands in front of you or cross them on the front side, shoulder to shoulder. That can help. You'll feel a little bit of a stretch through those hamstrings. Keep going here. Last 5. Three more. And the last one. And then take a shake to your body. Shake to your legs. Take a breath in. And let an audible sigh out. Okay, that'll get us ready for our next movement. So what we're going to do a dynamic breath here. I'm going to turn to the side for a moment so you can see. So we're going to do a clench of the fists and a release of the hands behind us. So you're going to breathe in, bringing your hands to your chest, and then breathe out and throw anything off of that back. So kind of, if you've ever skied, it's like you're going downhill as you release your hands behind you. So that, again, that's breath in, hands to the chest, and then breath out through the mouth. You can make it dynamic, make a sound. It's okay if it doesn't sound like mine, however that works for you. So let's get ready right here. Legs hip distance or slightly wider. Spread those toes out as much as you can. We'll breathe in and out. Let everything go. Breathe in. Let it go behind you. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. One more. Breathe in. And relax the body. Shake anything out. Even sometimes you have to relax that belly after breathing like that. You're going to lift your arms overhead, hands together, down through your midline, and you're just going to take a fold forward, bend those knees, and let your head, neck, and shoulders hang here. You can take a little ragdoll position, moving side to side. And come back center. You're going to stack that spine. You can bend your knees as much as you need to roll up. Head, neck, and shoulders are the last to arrive. Okay. So we were working on that hinge at the beginning. We're going to add to it. And this might look complicated. It is not. Allow yourself to mess up, make mistakes. So here's what you're going to do. So I'm going to start right leg, doesn't really matter what side you start on. You're going to step your foot back. You're going to keep your heel up off the ground. You're going to hinge forward. So again, butt print to the wall. The leg that's forward, you're going to take your elbow. So you're going to come down, elbow. You're going to reach arm up to the ceiling. You don't have to. So you'll be able to tell through your shoulders if you can take that hand down. You can just stay here and reach up. And then you're going to come back up. So take it in movements. Don't try to put it all together. So it's a hinge, then bring the elbow, then twist open, then close, turn your torso to the ground and stand. So we're going to alternate legs. Your brain's going to love this. You might feel awkward. That's okay. All right, so we'll step back 1 foot, doesn't matter where you start. Bend those knees as deep as you need to as you press your hips back. Then elbow comes to the thigh and you twist open. Try to look up at that hand. You close, turn the chest towards the ground and stand. You switch to the other side. Bend those knees as much as you need. Send those hips back. Elbow comes to the thigh. You twist, and you can just stay with the twist. You don't have to lift the hand. And release and stand. And go to the other side. So you're alternating side to side. Bend those knees. Send your hips back. Elbow to that knee. You can keep the twist here or take the hand up overhead. We'll spend about 30 more seconds here, just alternating side to side. You can get lost in that movement. Make it your own. Fifteen more seconds. And just finish it out wherever you are. One more. And come to standing when you're finished and give your legs a little shake. Take it to your hips, your torso, your shoulders, your arms, your head, and your neck. Give those heels a little tap on the ground. Bring some vibration to the body. Just let yourself be as noodly as you can here with these heel taps. You might sway back and forth. Keep the connection to your breath. 10 more seconds. Maybe you lean back, maybe you lean forward, side to side. And release. We're just going to go back to a series of the breath that we did earlier. So breathing in, hands to chest. Breathing out as you release the fingertips. Spread the fingers wide if you weren't before, behind you. Just get that space in the body. So breathing in, hands to chest. Breathing out, releasing everything behind you. Breathing in. Breathing in. Make it as dynamic as you can. Breathing in. Breathing in, creating that tension. Breathing in. Find your rhythm. 3 more. And release. Release that belly. Release those arms. Release those hands from that fist. All right. If you have a mat, I advise that you take it out, or a blanket. We're going to come down to the ground. For our last piece. Okay, so I really love this movement. So you're going to start from your knees. Don't worry, you're not staying here. You're going to take your right leg out to your side, and you want to try to have your foot flat on the ground. This is going to help. So you want your knee and foot aligned so your foot's not too far forward or far back. And then you're going to take your hands to the ground. So your core is what's holding you up here. It's not, all your weight isn't in your hand and all your weight is not in your knees. So what you're going to do, you're going to do a little floss of that inner thigh and groin area. So I have my back heel up. You can have your toes down if that works better for you. And I have my fingertips wide open here. So what it looks like is you're going to sit your hips back towards your heel, and you'll feel a little bit of stretch even in that foot. And then you're just going to come forward. You can come shoulders over wrists or a little forward. You're going to sit back and come forward. So a little floss, front and back. If for any reason you have any questions here, you can just pop on and ask. So just flossing front to back. Stay connected to that breath. So 4 more. There's 3, 2, and 1. And now you're going to keep your hips back, and you can walk your hands a little more forward, whatever, or keep them where they are, whatever feels comfortable to you. If you want to take your head down to the ground in this position, you can, or stay upright. Whatever your body needs here. And I'm going to remind you, because your hip might be pressed back towards that wall, try a little tuck of that tail. So tucking your tailbone under towards that belly button, and just see how that changes the stretch of that inner thigh, that groin, or how it feels through your feet. For 4, 3, 2, and release. And we're going to go to the other side. And you may notice side to side, it feels different, and that's perfectly fine and normal. Okay, so positioning yourself, your hip right over that knee, leg extends out, hands to the ground, fingertips wide. You're just going to floss front to back. You'll notice if you have your heel up on that bent knee, you'll likely feel a stretch through that foot as well. Let's go 4 more here. The last one, sitting back, you can choose to walk those hands forward, place your forehead to the ground, or stay upright. I'll invite you to tuck that tail under on this side. It'll also hit a different part of the hamstring. If you do so. And release. Okay, let's go down to our back. We'll end there. So you're going to lie on your back. You're going to extend your arms and legs out long. You're going to close your eyes down. You're going to face your palms to the sky. You're going to breathe in, reaching your arms overhead. You're going to breathe out, bringing your arms back down towards your hips. Breathe in, arms overhead. Breathe out, arms come back down towards your hips. One more time. Arms up overhead, breathing in. And down. Bring one hand to your heart, the other to your belly. Just seal in the practice you just moved through. Thanking yourself, thanking your body. Listening for any wisdom it has to share with you. Leaving space for it to drop in. Thanking yourself. I thank you for being here with me. And that is Recess Body Reset. And next week, so for the whole month of May, figure I should tell you this on video. For the whole month of May, our schedule is Tuesdays at 1:30 Mountain, Thursdays at 12 p.m. Mountain, 20 minutes or around there, sometimes under, sometimes over, where we will flow and reset our mind and our body. Bye for now.